He may be doing it intentionally just to try and agitate you or to try and bait law enforcement who don't know their jobs to come and to do something so he can get a lawsuit on us.
I think she's calling somebody right now.
911, what is your emergency?
We have a gentleman out the back of our parking lot that has a camera.
Okay, I hear you. I get it. But I am inside at our tower window.
Where he's at, there is absolutely no way we can touch him.
Gotcha.
He is well within legal rights to record, document, take photos in a public place, in a public setting. There's no laws against that whatsoever. Have you heard of the First Amendment auditors?
Yes.
Yeah, so he could be along those lines.
He's
I
a
don't
bit of
really
an
know.
asshole. I went out and talked to him.
Oh, good. You got a picture of him taking a picture.
Yeah. So that's him.
He knows the law.
Yeah.
He knows enough to be
to stay off of it.
a pain in the you-know-what.
Yes.
So whether he's been educated or he's self-educated, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, KULT News back again with another video. Today we're in Fort Myers, Florida. Fort Myers in 2022 had a population of 95,949 souls. In the past, people like Thomas Edison and Henry Ford had winter homes right here in Fort Myers, Florida. That's kind of cool. In fact, I believe they were neighbors. So we're walking around town, minding our own business. Thought we'd aim our cameras at a few local businesses and see if they recognize and respect our right to take photos and videos in public and in publicly accessible places such as this lovely sidewalk right here and the right-of-way right along there, right behind what appears to be a First Bank right there. We've also got a Wells Fargo Bank over here. There's a Regions Bank, I believe, right over there. I'm just gonna rock around here and take some pictures. So, let's rock and roll. It's a beautiful woodpecker. 1 second. Look at that. Cardinal. They got some beautiful birds in Florida. You give them that. Again.
Hey, how are you?
No complaints, and yourself?
I'm the same way, no complaints. Can I just ask what you're doing?
Just take some pictures and video.
Okay, for?
You can't really say that. I got an assignment to come out here and get some pictures and video, and I was told photograph the bank and get specific angles and footage, and anybody that comes out and chats with me to film them as well. So
Okay,
I don't.
do you have a business card or anything like
Yeah,
that I can
yeah.
have?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me get this thing to stand right here. See, a business card. I do have a business card.
You ready for the rainy day?
Bada boom. I am indeed. Let's see. How about? Boom. That's one of my personal favorites there.
And Catherine?
Oh yeah, that's not my business card. I just asked for a business card. Yeah.
They have
Oh,
one of
mine?
your business cards.
No, yeah, I can't give you. I'm sorry. Here, my that was Catherine out there at Los Alamos. No, I can't give you one of my cards. You know who I was, and then you know why I was out here photographing the bank. So I generally got an assignment and I was told don't tell them who you are. If somebody comes out and talks to you, I've got a list of like 3 people on it, and it's told if any of those 3 people come out and chat with you, you can talk to them. Otherwise, I really can't.
But you didn't ask who I was.
This is true, I suppose. I would imagine though, if you're on the list. Let me see. What's your first name?
May I? Teresa.
Teresa. Let me see. I wrote it. There's not a Teresa on this list.
No?
No, ma'am.
And so you won't give me any?
Yeah, I can't give any details or anything like that, but I assure you I'm not going inside, and heck, I'm not even stepping on your property. Just staying on the public access area here.
Right.
I can't imagine I'll be out here more than a couple of hours at the most.
All
So,
right.
all is well.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Well, there you go. Teresa with the nice hair came out. She wasn't demanding or insistent. So let's see how this goes. I think she's calling somebody right now.
911, what is your emergency?
We have First Bank in Fort Myers. We have a gentleman out the back of our parking lot that has a camera, video camera, and a still camera. He's taken pictures of everyone that's leaving, of tags, car tags. He's taken facial pictures. I had walked out and asked him who he was, what he was doing. He refused to give me any information. Told me that he didn't have to tell me anything, and he was recording me the entire time. And so we've had 2 customer complaints that their picture being taken as they walk out of the bank. He's posted up out back, taking a video as they're driving out, and their license plate.
Okay, what's the address?
11741 Palm Beach Boulevard.
You said that's First Bank?
Yes.
And what's a good phone number for you guys?
239-8191.
And could I get your name, ma'am? Okay.
He's white.
Approximately how old? 20s, 30s, 40s?
60.
And what is he wearing and what color?
Gray t-shirt, darker pants, gray baseball cap.
And do you know how he arrives, like on foot or in a vehicle?
I don't know.
Okay. And is there a certain area where he's closer to outside?
He is the back of our building. There's an access road there that goes to the veranda and the public shops, so he's out that way.
Okay. All right. I want to confirm one more time. Remember the right place. It's 11741 Palm Beach Boulevard.
Correct.
Okay. We'll have an officer dispatched out there as soon as possible. Just call us back if anything changes, worsens, or if he leaves, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Somebody call?
The gentleman walked, when you pulled up, he headed that way on the sidewalk. And so I know he's on the other side of the road. He was
On the sidewalk.
on the sidewalk. He was up on our grass. He's here.
Okay.
So I get it.
I mean,
But
if I was here and he was there, I could talk to him about it and we could attempt to do the trespassing, but you can't even detain somebody for a notice, a warning. Now, if he's back here again and we come here and we see him on the property, I can get a sworn statement from somebody, but we're talking about an arrest at that point.
okay, I hear you. I get it. But I am inside at
Ma'am,
our tower window.
Where he's at, there is absolutely no way we can touch him.
Gotcha.
He is well within legal rights to record, document, take photos in a public place, in a public setting. There's no laws against that whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah. The only law that exists in the state of Florida, just for future reference, is recording in a place where there's an expectation of privacy, so a woman's restroom. A business, obviously, it's a private business, private land, so if somebody would walk in and you were to tell them stop recording, leave, we want you to leave. Now they're trespassing at
Yeah.
that point.
So he has taken, we've had 2 customer complaints, so he's taken pictures of them as they're in here, right out here, and their tag as they're leaving.
There's no crime in that, ma'am.
Gotcha.
Yeah, your tags are attached to your vehicle. They're issued by the state of
Right.
Florida. There is no expectation of privacy. In fact, if you try to conceal your tag,
Yes.
that's a traffic violation
Sure,
for me.
sure. But it
517
just
step
seems
4.
very obtrusive to be,
Well,
zooming into
he
the
may be
bank.
doing it intentionally just to try and agitate you or to try and bait law enforcement who don't know their jobs to come and to do something so he can get a lawsuit on us.
got ya.
You know,
Well,
when
I
it
went
first-
out and talked to him.
Have you heard of the First Amendment auditors?
Yes.
Yeah, so he could be along those lines.
He's
I
a
don't
bit of
really
an
know.
asshole. I went out and talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and said, and just asked him what he was doing, and of course, you know, I can do this, and
But did he
I'm
tell
not
you what
gonna
he was
tell you-
doing?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
tell you, you know, and he said, there's 3 people I'm allowed to talk to, and I don't think you're one of them, and if I tell you who I am, then you're gonna know what's going on, and like that, and so I said, do you have a business card?
He's creepy.
And so he's very creepy,
Yeah,
so he
I'm gonna
digs
walk.
in.
I'm gonna drive around through here and just see if he's walking in the plaza area.
Thank you. That's what we were trying to see, how he got here, and he walked that way. Like you are you're here, he walked to Wells Fargo.
Well, the logical thing, yeah, would be that he's parked in here somewhere and he's walking, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean he couldn't just walked or he doesn't have like a little
Sure, a scooter.
little
or a-
moped or scooter or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Can you zoom in any closer on him?
Yeah, well, I took a picture when I went out and talked to him.
Oh, good. You got a picture of him taking a picture.
Yeah. So that's him, because I asked him for a business card, and he's a smart ass, and hands me one, and I said, Catherine.
What did he give you?
I looked at it, and I said, Catherine. He goes, you said a business card. It's not my business card, it's just a business card. Yeah, just being a smart
Look at the
ass.
camera setup. That is
know.
not cheap equipment.
No.
You don't happen to have like a really good, like a front facial shot of him, do you?
No,
Yeah, that's not cheap.
no.
The
it's
stuff
not.
he's got. What is
So he was,
a tripod? Some sort
yes, with the camera that's video.
of. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
and then that thing right there.
Yeah.
That's a really. You know how he looks up at you at one
Yes.
point? Can you pause that for me?
Sure.
I'm gonna fat finger it. I can already tell trying to do it. I mean,
I hear you.
operating my phone's hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good shot. That's a pretty shot.
Not that.
Yeah, let me get a picture of that. What's that say?
I know, I kept trying to see what it was. So we had a customer stop to him, and he would keep his phone here.
Uh-huh. It's a pretty good facial shot. I'm just gonna send. I just want to see if anybody knows who he is, so I can send it out and be like, "Does anybody know this guy?" Never seen him before?
Never seen him before. And like I said, when I talked to him, he had his camera on me the whole time, and he was just an ass. And like I showed you this, we're inside here, and he's over there waving.
That's some high-profile
Seriously.
equipment that he's got running
Yeah.
too, which
Yeah.
is weird. I'll look it up with the deputies that work the road out here and just see if anybody knows this guy,
Okay, I'd appreciate it.
just so we can ID him.
Thank you. Creeping our customers a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and all of us, but.
Obviously, if you see him, you know, just call us back because we'll try and, especially if he's on your property. If he's on your property, he knows the law.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
knows enough to be
Yeah, to stay off of it.
a pain in the you know what. So whether he's been educated or he's self-educated, I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever your interactions are, if you see him coming, just call us.
Okay.
Give us a
All
heads
right,
up.
thank you,
We'll come.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Heck of a operation they got going out here in your parking
Yeah,
lot.
They have overtaken us.
I was just gonna say, did you guys, was that willing or was that like
Nope, they came in and set up.
eminent domain? Jeez. Well, I'm wondering if what he's doing has to do with them.
Well, we watched him, and he was not, they're pulling in and out, and he never turned his camera to any pipe
Mm-hmm.
truck whatsoever. It was vehicles, customers coming in here, and they would pull up to the drive-through, he'd take.
Mm. You don't have anybody that's got a private investigator watching him, do they?
Josh? That's right.
He's not being very stealthy if he is a PI.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Sheriff is coming down here. Let's see how this goes. Here comes a friendly neighborhood sheriff.
They good?
Yeah.
You freaking the banks out. They're calling us about you.
Is that right? They freaked me out in 2008 and 2009 when they borrowed nearly $1 trillion. So that freaked me out.
Okay. Well, they're just trying to figure out if you have something going on with the banks in particular, or if it's just
I don't know. They'll be trying to figure that out for a long time.
you're looking at the pike equipment with the power lines. They're just concerned because it's a banking institute, and I can tell you from personal experience with the banks in here, they've had their issues with people coming into the business, so they're just freaked out about it.
Yeah, I think you mispronounced paranoid. So people go into their bank and do what now?
I'm not disputing the fact that some people call us and they're overly paranoid. But however, I would counter that with the fact that sometimes people aren't paranoid enough.
I'll give you that.
You know
I'll
what I
give you
mean?
that. 9/11, there definitely could have been some people that could have been a little more paranoid
that was
that
a big
day.
giant failure of communication.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm okay. I just got an assignment to come out here and get some photos and videos of the banks, and I don't ask a lot of questions. I just
Okay.
do my
See,
job.
I asked him, I said, hey, is anybody under a PI, possibly being PI'd? I don't know.
Say, does the TV show Cheaters ring a bell at all by chance?
You never know.
Man, that would be
So
awkward.
I told them the same thing I would say to you. I said, he obviously knows he's allowed to be in the public area and recording. So
Yeah, I was pretty polite to her too. So.
I just wanted to talk to you and let you know that we're not gonna have a problem as long as you don't go onto their property. That's all I wanted to say. Otherwise,
All on the same
take it
page there,
easy.
brother. Appreciate you.
I thought you were bird watching because
You know, actually, I did see a whole bunch of really cool birds over here. I saw a northern cardinal. Love cardinals. Big fan. I saw
very prevalent.
I don't know what I'm not a huge bird watcher, but when I see them, I love to take pictures and videos of them. A little red-headed woodpecker.
Yes.
He wasn't doing a lot of pecking, just kind of looking around for a place to peck. And yeah, I got some great footage out
I've
of the
seen
fella.
some bluebirds.
Yeah.
Well, there's blue jay and a bluebird.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about birds. I think there's a difference between those, but the cardinals and then the woodpeckers are very prevalent right now. I don't know
Very
why.
cool. I love them. I love the bright red ones.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
they
very
stick
cool.
out. Well, it's funny because out on the road so much, you'll be driving in these weird places
Uh-huh.
out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you'll see the random bird coming in there chasing like a butterfly or something.
Yeah.
It's like I never really paid attention enough to see that before,
Yeah.
or my eye just never caught it before. But yeah,
Very
you'll
cool.
see stuff like that. Plus the eagles. I see eagles now.
What kind of
everywhere.
eagles? Like not bald eagles, right?
I don't know enough about birds
Yeah,
to know.
yeah.
I know there's a red-shouldered hawk, and and I see them everywhere.
Yeah, there's some really neat ones over there, though.
They like high points. Like they'll position themselves at certain times of day,
Yeah,
and they'll be in
yeah.
a high point.
So what are they doing here? Is there a power issue? They have to replace the whole thing?
My understanding is they're running those lines are being expanded, so they're reinforcing the power lines themselves, or the poles themselves,
Yeah.
to carry more lines. You could see down there how some of them were only like 3.
What kind of bird is that? I saw one up there. There he is. There he is.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's like that's a secondary thing. Actually, I see these birds. Let's see. Here we go. Got him. What is that? Oh, that's another woodpecker, I think. What do you come over and take a look at this? What do you think? What do you think that is? Sure looks like a woodpecker to me.
That's big.
It's not up with woodpeckers. Big fan. Big fan. All right. Well,
I gotta go,
be
yeah.
safe out there, brother.
You too. Thank you.
Well, that gentleman was with Lee County Sheriff's Office. He seemed very professional, courteous, didn't even come close to violating our rights. So, from what I've seen from this fellow, kudos, good sir. So that sheriff's deputy with Lee County and another sheriff's deputy, it looks like, pulled into the first bank over here. Actually, the other one looks like he drove past. So the sheriff's deputy pulled into first bank over here to educate them. Hopefully his education does not include the word unfortunately a lot. We get that a lot, unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately he can do that. Unfortunately this is legal. It's unfortunate that they use that kind of language is what's unfortunate, but anywho, we're gonna go ahead and head out now. I'll keep an eye around town, and if I see something else, we'll go ahead and add it to this video. If not, we'll head out. This has been Mike Norton, KULT News, Fort Myers, Florida. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, no complaints.
Doing all right?
Keeping out of trouble.
Okay.
What's shaking?
Oh, not much. I'm just asking you. Somebody called us in, reference complaint. You out here video camera.
A little paranoid. Yeah, that's weird. Weird that they would
I
call.
was making sure you don't need any assistance.
No, nope. Definitely do not need any assistance.
All right.
It's strange how they call the police for a guy out taking pictures. I always
Okay.
find that odd. I help marijuana dispensaries have more cash on hand than these yutzes.
I'm just here to make sure you're all right.
And, I've never been better. And, I gotta say, marijuana dispensaries never hit up taxpayers for a $1 trillion loan. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm fine.
Anything I can do for you?
No, educate these people, tell them to not abuse the 911 system. It'd be terrific. That would be my recommendation. Yeah, let them know that public photography is not a crime.
It's not. You're absolutely right.
Oh, yutzes. Okay, yeah, no, that's it. You have yourself a good one, brother.
All right, sir. Have a good one.
Okay.
Law enforcement interaction no longer needed.